We're the food babies.
And I won't even. D, are you looking it up?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, cool.
I can look up as well. I'm just also rapping, so I might just mute myself.
I was going to say, I'm ready to, if it's live stream or on about, I'm on
Yeah,
the...
because
I'm
I
on
can't
the
record
channel
it
ready.
until. Sweet. Who
I'm ready.
Well, try.
Ugh.
I think we're live.
Are we
I'm
live?
refreshing. I can check, but
I just
I'm
want two
refreshing at the
people to
minute.
confirm, and then I need to make sure my audio is not corrupt this time. So for those who can let me know.
As far as I'm aware, you are not.
Yeah, we're live.
We're live?
We're live.
How is my audio?
Like, very quiet.
Am I still really quiet? Really? Really?
I was going to say, when I was watching last week's, you were really quiet.
Yeah, I know. And like on my side, it's telling me I'm perfectly fine. Am I still really quiet?
Let me find out.
Am I quiet? Am I not quiet?
I need to mute you.
You sounded good on my end.
Am I loud enough? Am I not? This is a great way to start a live stream. Woohoo!
No, you sound good.
That sounds
Okay.
fun.
So I sound fine.
You sound good. You sound good. You're
Okay.
you're loud.
And it says I'm peaking on belief, but that's okay. It shows that nobody's viewing this. That's weird. So I'm gonna press that record button, and we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna hit that record. Hey everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of FAF. We still haven't come up with any with it, so we're gonna go with FAF. FAF.
Fat is good.
Yep, FAF is great. FAF is good. FAF is love. FAF is great. Say that 3 times fast. FAF, 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 FAF. That sounds like our group just. Anywho, but welcome. Yeah, we're missing one of the players tonight. They will be here later, hopefully. They just had some last minute stuff to come up, which is perfectly okay. Hello, I'm doing great. Nice to see you. Welcome back, everybody. But yeah, we're gonna have tonight's episode of FAF. And it's gonna be great, and we'll just go ahead and start with Jay. Jay is Ness, who, aka also known as Aspen, who is a tiefling, that is younger. One of their horns is actually chipped off right now. They're trying to make it heal back, though people I think kind of forgot about that a little bit. They are a fighter, and right now we're maybe dabbling a little bit into their backstory with what's been going on. So hopefully that all goes well, and we're just going to go down the Discord and introduce yourselves, everybody, through the list of the Discord from bottom to top. Go.
Oh, I guess it's me then.
Yes, it is. I wanted to see how long that took you.
Pretty quick, because my perception is...
Garbage.
Yeah, basically. I'm playing Maxwell, the Warlock. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm running out of things to say, so I'm just not gonna say
I know
anything.
this. I'm gonna change that. We're gonna do better. Next.
Okay.
That's you, Cinder.
It says it's Ray on my end.
Well, it's you. So let's go.
Okay.
Technically,
Okay.
Shush. I always introduce last.
Yeah.
that's not what you said beforehand. You said bottom to top. You're next.
It really is Ray on my end, but okay, whatever. Hi, I'm Allie. I am also a mythical dreamer, and I am the voice of Cinta Avalon. And my character is a noble high elf princess sorcerer. Yeah.
And then it's Corfell.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever your time zone is. My name is Ellie, and I shall be playing Corfell Besifel, the Eldarin Ranger who is so done with your shit.
I'm actually going to go ahead and write down an inspirational point for that, because I like the way you add that intro. So,
Yes.
there you go. Because you've done that twice, and I like it. So there you go, everybody. I reward good work. I reward good work to everybody. You all know it. And then there's the last but not least.
Sup everyone, I am Ray, and I play the human cleric Emma Serena. I'm going with the thing about the stones, so... So, to be honest, ready to get stoned this session.
Let's get
Have fun, and we shall all right back.
Oh my gosh! I mean, like, I know exactly what you did, but just the sup.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I
but...
don't know either. But why am I laughing? I'm dying. Bye, everybody.
Shut up, you love me.
I never said I didn't.
It was that moment of every 90s nerd where it's like, sup gamers.
Well, sup, gamers? My name is Animaster Kai. Hello, everybody. My name is Animaster Kai, also known as Ashley Eds. I am your Dungeon Master for tonight's game of FEF. Thank you all for joining us. I'm excited. I'm giddy. I don't know why. Real quick, a shout out to Jay, who is way too kind, which is Aspen, aka Ness. Bunch of names that are going around. But shout out to them, I want to say right now, because they got me this. It's a really cool shirt for Dungeons and Dragons. I can't get close enough. It's super cool.
Oh, I love it.
I absolutely love it. They got it for me birthday, so I appreciate that. Wanted to give that out real quick. As well, I have an announcement real quick to go before we get everything started. Is I would like to give full credits for music and sound effects created by Kevin McLeod. You can find this amazing audio at his website at incomtech.com. The plays I'll be using are all listed on roll20.net. You should totally go support him. As well, music and sound effects also created by Tim, where you can find his amazing music and sound at tabletopaudio.com. I also use this playlist on roll20.net, and you should totally check them out and support both of them. Thank you, both of you, and everybody else who can make music for people like me who are lonely little tabletop role players who need royalty-free music. You guys are awesome. Go check them out. Thank you so much for supplying royalty-free audio and the music and sounds. I absolutely love it. That is what I will be using for all my games, so thank you. And with that, I believe we have a good friend, Cinder, who has the recap.
I do have the recap today. So here's the buzz, fat fans. I don't want to say that.
I think you just say, here's the buzz, fat fans. I'm like, oh. Why am I giddy?
So, our last session was a little bit kind of crazy in all shapes and forms. Literally, can't even tell you that. We found out some things about Aspen. We know he worked for the High God, but it turns out that ow, that hurt. Okay, I hurt myself while I'm doing this. Sorry about that. We found out that Aspen actually works for the High God, but however, what Aspen didn't know is that the High God actually extends down to the After Dark. Some of our characters, especially mine, wasn't very happy about that. And of course, everyone's questioning, why are your gods down here? What do you have to do with this horrible place of druids? No one knows. Anyway, so we had to make it through the city in order to get to this place called Darkstone, was it called?
Yes.
Okay. I thought maybe it was Dark Street, but it's Darkstone, and with the help of Aspen's god friend and lady friends, they turned the whole entire cast into the Dark Elves so that they could easily get through the city without being recognized or anything. The only thing is, the spell only lasted for an hour, and if anyone were to hit, touch, bump into, or anything, they would simply know it was an illusion, and things would not go well. So, they were all disguised as male dark elves, so, or drows rather, and so that made others uncomfortable. So the group actually split up into two groups. We had Corfel and Maxwell go off and go into some show up and buy a certain magical item, which I clearly don't remember.
Brass blazer.
Brass blazer?
Yes. A brass blazer. That would be amazing.
Bracer? Blazer? I don't know.
You're good. Keep going.
Then we had our other three go off into another direction, which was Aspen, Cinder, and Aramed. And whilst they were trying to meet up with Coral and Maxwell, they had someone following them. A female drow, and of course they tried confronting her, and she didn't say anything, she didn't do anything either, but it was quite weird. Especially because all three of them know if you touch us, you're going to see that we're not part of your kind, which maybe she figured it out anyway with her nose or something because she was sniffing around Airbed. I don't know. And then lastly, they came to like a little cottage place. And there were 3 colored stones. I believe they were red, blue, and orange. I think.
Red, blue, and orange, yes.
Yes. There were 3 stones. Currently, Miss Hot, Aramed, and Cinder have 3 stones have these stones attached to their hand. 1, I believe. And things are going on, no one quite knows why, and it's really weird, and it's freaking out our humans. And that, my friends, is the recap for today.
Clap,
Okay,
everybody,
thank
clap!
you! Thank you!
I don't have a
Thank
clapping
you.
sound effect, I'm sorry.
Oh god!
But, no, thank you there, Ellie, for that amazing, recap. I almost said introduction, but that's a recap. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I'm talking like this. But yeah, so, as I said, we're still waiting on one person, which is A-OK. We will be getting into the next game. Yeah, so let's actually just go ahead and get into it. So, like we said, where we left off is we have the bluestone sealed to the hand of Miss Hart. We have the redstone sealed to the hand of Cinder, and we have the orange stone sealed to the hand of Ermid. As they argue and absolutely argue beyond belief, you have Corfell and then Maxwell and Aspen, who are more like Maxwell and Aspen trying to help with talk of cutting off the hands. I will go ahead and re-describe the building as Corfell is not here. And I think it would be a good reminder for everybody in chat and in the game itself. So, it's a small, appears to be a log cabin home. It's only about 20 by 20, 15 by 50. It's very, very minimal, small little building. On the right-hand side, the moment you enter, there's a small brick fireplace. The fire is not burning. There is no fire in it, but there are logs that could be lit on fire if wish. In front of that is a bare rug skin, a leather couch. It's not exactly leather. It's made from cotton. It's kind of a green. It has a green cushions for the bottom and the back with a brass steel kind of not trimming, but just like outline to keep it up with the legs. To the back right corner, there's a stairwell leading up to the upstairs, which just appears to be a bedroom with a dresser, a side desk, and a bed itself with a triangular roof. To the left of the stairwell itself is a kitchen. Very meager kitchen with a steel slab as a cutting board with a knife sitting down next to it. Not like a fridge, but almost like an in-ground little storage area you could put foods to store to keep them cool. To the left of that, right immediately at the door, is a bookshelf which has been ransacked and thrown and replaced by Maxwell, trying to see if there was anything in there. And in front of that is a mirror. The mirror itself is a little bit more extraordinary than the rest of the room. It has a gold outline around it with, on the top of it, you can see very minimal different designs of just kind of, it's almost like threads weaving into each other all around it, with the mirror itself being crystal clear. And that is where we have left off. So Cinder has been freaking out, Ermid has been freaking out, and finally they both were calmed down a bit and kind of went on the other side of the rooms from each other. Still not sure on how to remove the stones.
While Maxwell and Aspen have been going back and forth about, talking about cutting hands off, Corfell says into the air, just as people do when people are arguing, or if one of the magic casters knew a way how to dispel magic, and just leaves that in the air.
Which could be heard by all.
Seriously, none of us fought a fact.
I do.
Seriously.
Can you stop? Quit talking!
Shut her up. Just shut her up.
I don't know how to take back magic. I wish I did.
Stick a cork in her, I'll think of something.
I'm never going to live through this. I know not.
Same here, sister, same here.
Why do you keep doing that?
So, Corfell.
I love you, Corfell. That was a really good idea.
So, Corfell, the thing about dispel magic.
I mean, if there's a spell called that, I don't have it. I'm just saying it's a possibility. These stones appear to be magic. Why not take the magic out of them?
You see Ahmed trying to make different shapes of her mouth, almost like she's trying to get out words, but she can't. And then you kind of hear, spell needs to be at a higher level. Sure, it's a spell. Dispel magic is a spell, but it needs to be at a higher level.
Alright then. We'll find someone that can then.
Somebody know anybody like that?
How about we destroy the gems? And get rid of them that way.
Sure, destroy the things that are on our hands.
Maxwell's gonna push Miss Hart in front of the mirror.
Okay, she goes, "Hi, I love you, Maxwell. What are you doing?"
Just look in the mirror.
Okay. She looks in the mirror. As you see right now, as you look at the mirror itself, Maxwell, are you looking into the mirror itself from an angle or no?
Yes.
Okay, from an angle, you can't tell anything. She just kind of says, okay, I don't see anything.
I'm just gonna lift up the hand with the crystal and just try poking the mirror.
You poke the mirror, and it feels like a solid object. And in fact, when you go to poke the mirror, your reflection doesn't reflect.
Okay, now I'm gonna look in the mirror.
You look in the mirror, and it's obsidian. It's just black.
What do you see, Miss Hart?
I see black, and a very faint reflection of your face. I love you, though.
Hey everyone, look in this mirror! Tell me what you see!
Sure.
Cinder's gonna go over and
Okay.
take a look in the mirror.
You all look, and it's just black obsidian. The most reflection is when you kind of look at a black rock that's almost so pure it has a slight reflection, and that's it.
I
Stick the stone to the mirror.
can tell what a heart can tell. Yeah.
I love you, Cinder. What did you say?
Nothing.
I love you, Cinder. Okay.
I love you too, I guess.
I love
Stop.
you
You
too.
can't help it.
I love you all. What are we going to do?
Something.
Well, we were brought here to find a key. Were we not?
We are. But we
Well,
also
either these gems help us find the key, or they do absolutely nothing, and we should just look for this key.
If I get a long rest, so if I get a long rest, I can actually sort of cast a spell called Locate Object.
And in that point, Cinder's gonna take her hand with the gem and just start smashing it, trying to get it off. Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me!
Make a strength check.
Come on, that 20.
I know, seriously, I need that. Strength check.
And call out the number. Call out all your
13.
rolls, everybody.
13.
As the audience cannot see it this episode. 13. As you go and begin to smash and smash and smash. What are you smashing it against?
Just whatever's in front of her, like the table, the wall.
Okay. As we begin to bang against the wall, you notice you're doing no damage to the wall itself. But for a quick second, you feel like the stone loosen just slightly.
And she's gonna keep doing it. Ah!
And you bang, and it almost retightens itself.
No!
Doing no
Stressing
damage
out
to
over
the
there?
stone or to the wall itself.
And she's just standing there, holding her hand, going.
Does this mirror come off the wall?
You want to try?
Yes.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
15.
15. Going over there and looking at it, it's hugging the wall very closely. So you can attempt to lift it off if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to aid Maxwell.
Okay. Go ahead and... trying to think. Go ahead and make a wisdom check with advantage.
13.
13. As you're kind of going to lift it off, your hands begin to vibrate. And as you're holding it and trying to lift it, your hands are vibrating so much. You know when you like feel something vibrating, it almost hurts to the point you need to let go?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. You let go and it remains. It never moved. But as you were kind of trying to lift it, it just started to vibrate.
Huh. You're getting this passy, right?
Intriguing. Is it possible to like obviously me and Maxwell managed to grab it to feel the vibration? Are we able to look at the back of it and see if it's embedded into the wall, hanging on a hook?
So yeah, looking behind it, it's so close to the wall that you're actually not able to tell what it's hanging off of or if it's nailed into it. And anytime you go to try to lift it off, the vibration just takes over.
Should I try sliding it on the wall?
Sure. Go ahead and make a con save, actually.
Oh! Okay! 11!
11. As you begin to try to slide it, the vibration goes from your hands to your wrists to your elbows to your body, and you just like fall off as your whole body just begin to vibrate.
This mirror is very weird.
Seriously? How so?
Vibrates. Try moving it. I dare you.
Sure. And she'll go over and she'll
doing
put
this
her
with one hand?
hands. Well, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, make a con save.
17.
17. You take 1 point of lightning damage as all of a sudden it shocks you instantly.
Ow! Shit! Stings!
Are you okay?
Son of a bitch shocked me! Ow!
Defends itself.
Um,
Interesting.
Stones. Stones together. Stick it. Stones and stick.
Wait a minute. See, maybe it does different things. Like it vibrates on Maxwell, but it electrocutes Ahmed. So I'm gonna try.
Shocked. It.
It electric. Yeah, you're right. It did.
Shocking.
So Cinder's gonna
Shocking
try and go
powers.
over.
I love you, Cinder. Please don't get hurt.
And am I doing the same thing? Constitution save?
Yeah. Actually, no. For you, intelligence save. You take 2
8.
points of psychic damage. As all of a sudden, the moment you pick it up, you don't feel anything, but you get an instant migraine.
Oh! Ah! And she has her hand on her head.
So it shocks Ahmed and gives Cinder an instant orgasm. Interesting.
I don't.
Plot thickens.
Right.
This is one very kinky mirror. It vibrates for me, shocks everything.
I love you, Maxwell. Should I touch it?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'd
I
love to
love
see
you, Maxwell,
what
but I
this
think
mirror.
I'm going to. Okay, I don't know what to do. You can see
You
you're
got
very
this.
flustered and
Don't
your
do
cheeks are
it.
pink.
You got this. I trust that you can move this mirror.
She'll
I
walk
give
over.
Maxwell a look.
It's up to you.
She walks over and begins to try to lift it, and I need to roll. And all of a sudden, all the hair on her head just goes straight up like a frizz. But there's no pain. She just lifts it. And just like you just see static all over her body. And she goes, and she kind of pokes you, Corfel, and you just feel a zap. Like she's just full of static electricity right now. I love you, Corfel. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't get hurt, but I'm very uncomfortable.
Static. Static hair.
What is happening to us?
Okay, I would like to go grab Miss Hart's stone. Can I grab it?
What was your question? I'm sorry.
I'd like to go and grab Miss Hart's stone. Can I grab it?
It's in her hand, yes. But like, are you trying to take it out of her hand?
Yeah?
It does not budge. Her grip on it is unbelievable.
So then I nod, and I just go, okay, so once it's stuck, it doesn't transfer.
We could try breaking the mirror.
If it's magical, Maxwell, it's going to be interesting to try and break.
We could try setting all the stones on the mirror.
One broken
Scared
mirror?
up and
Is that what
saved
you
for
want?
a long time.
One broken mirror? Is that what you want? Coming right up.
Stuck here already. What's not 7 more years? Bad luck.
What are you doing?
Cinder is going to
That was pretty fantastic.
use her scorching ray in front of the mirror.
The circlet or just the cantrip?
The circlet.
The circlet. Okay. Roll an attack. And it hits the obsidian, goes through, and dissipates. It's like almost through the mirror itself, like a portal.
What was that?
And you cannot use that until dawn.
Some
Right.
kind of...
What?
Seriously, no idea.
Okay.
How did it? It took my energy.
I'm gonna walk up to this mirror and try sticking my hand into it.
You can put your hand, make a strength save.
Fantastic. 5.
You fall in. As I was saying, it rips and you go straight through it, disappear.
Maxwell!
So that happened?
You hear a thud upstairs.
What the?
I'm gonna go run up and investigate.
You were upstairs,
Max-
Maxwell fell face first into the bed.
Maxwell!
I'm okay!
Where are you?
He's in the bed upstairs.
But
I'm loving this room.
I can't even keep a straight face. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna strip this bed. Is there anything on this bed?
What you ask?
I'm gonna strip the bed. Is there anything on the bed?
Nothing. You take the bed. It has nice sheets. And you take everything you lift up under the mattress itself. You look everywhere. You feel it all up, and nothing.
Okay.
I'd like to look to see if there's any, like, cradles these stones are supposed to go in anywhere.
Roll an investigation check.
21.
You see no such thing. Nothing that even remotely looks like it. No cradle, no holder, no box, no cushion. Nothing that resembles to hold these stones.
So, Cinder, Miss Hart?
I love you, Aramid, yes?
What? Yeah. Yes.
Seriously thinking we should stick the stones together and touch the mirror.
No.
I love you,
don't think
Aramid.
that's a
I'm
good idea.
willing to try whatever.
I don't think that's a good idea, really.
Seriously, just try it once. If it doesn't work, we'll try something else.
Oh my god! Okay, just quit it. I'll do it.
And you guys put your stones together, and they fit nicely. They're kind of, like I said, they're like hexagons, along about 6 inches hexagon. You each touch the stones, you touch the mirror. I would like Cinder make a charisma save. I like Aramid to make an intelligence save, and Miss Hart will make a strength save.
9.
Okay, Aramid, you just start thinking of recipes on how to make pie. And, Cinder, Balesque asking, that might be good revenue of money.
The what?
Balesque. Belly dancing.
Oh.
Badass.
Balesque, thank you. And then Ms. Hart just kind of gets, you just hear, she's like, I'm tired, I love you all, but I'm tired.
Sleeping Beauty, stay awake.
Okay, I
And
love
then-
you, Aramid.
Somebody want to make apple pie? Seriously,
feel like-
some apple pie.
I feel like
Where's the pie?
dancing. Maxwell, come dance with me!
I don't think now is a good time.
And Cinder's
Aspen just
gonna
nods.
pull away and start dancing.
Okay, make a performance check.
Oh boy.
11.
It's not terrible, but like it's decent. Like Max, you can kind of tell what type dance she's going for, but it's a little, it's like, it's too much arms. There's really not going down with the lower half. but you can see he's trying to be like belly dancing, but it's just like it needs work. It needs more choreography.
Shakes head slowly, disappointed.
I would like to go to Aspen because he went upstairs. I just kind of look at him and go, you sent you to find a key. Specifically a key in this house.
Kind of just looks at you with a raised eyebrow and shrugs his shoulders.
Steak and ale. Steak and ale pie. I'm just gonna make her way to the kitchen.
Okay.
I honestly have no idea what's going on. Kind of freaking me out.
I just kind of look at Maxwell and Aspen and say, we came to this house because they said there was a key here. Did they say there was a key here? We needed to find a key.
They just said to find a key. They never said where it was.
Yeah.
I mean, they told you the path to take, but after the portal, they didn't speak of anything. They spoke of a house and a light. In which you guys saw the blinding light, and then all of a sudden this cabin. So essentially, all things seem to lead to here. Never shush the cat.
He's walking all over me right now.
That's what cats do, and they walk all over you.
Did you even check the bear rug?
We continue. No one has checked the bear rug yet.
Maybe checking its mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, you go, you lift it up, look under it, check the mouth, nothing there.
Ivan, I swear to God, if you spill my soy sauce, I'm going to be pissed.
You spill my soy sauce, I spill your face.
No. I just...
I'm gonna
She
sew
already
you
said
up.
it.
I'd
In
like
the kitchen.
I'd like to start looking for hidden compartments.
Roll an investigation check.
No.
11.
11. Looking around, you check upstairs, downstairs, kitchen. You're not really able to find anything. You recheck the bookshelf. Nothing really happened. No, nothing really secret.
Guys, I'm really good at this. I could be a performer just like Maxwell. Look, I'm so good.
In the kitchen, Aramed is going through all the drawers in the cupboards trying to find pie ingredients.
You went through there before, and there was nothing there. Going through it again, you find apples, you find cinnamon, you find fresh-made dough, rolling pin, and salt, yeast. You find all of a sudden all the ingredients that you need are perfectly ready to prepare.
That's not weird at
I'm
all.
making a pie.
Okay, go ahead and make a culinary check. Make it. I would say culinary would be wisdom. We'll go wisdom.
9.
Because you're like you've never really cooked. Like you've cooked, you're not terrible, but like because it's like kind of first time you're trying this, you're mixing some of the
I'm not
ingredients.
bad.
You're not really using measuring cups, so it's essentially the pie making video that me and D made earlier. In the
That was bad.
Full apple in that pie.
it was actually quite delicious, or at least mine was. His dough is better. Like, oh no, his filling was better. My dough was delicious. Your filling was garbage. Anywho, but essentially that's what you're kind of doing. You're rushing it. And you do find the oven is preheated perfectly, and you slide it in.
That's not
Takes you about
weird.
5 minutes.
I'm sitting in front of the stove waiting for it to cook.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Cinder pull Maxwell into the dance.
Maxwell, do you do this?
No, I'm just gonna tell Lily to go check out the fireplace.
Who are you telling?
Lily,
Okay.
the sprite.
Alrighty, go ahead and both of you roll performance checks.
Well, what now?
Performance.
20!
Remember to call out each other's numbers.
14.
14. Yeah, so it also got really good. Like, the more she's doing it, you can see she's actually getting her hips into it more, and her arms kind of slow down a little bit. Maxwell, you're keeping up. Your dancing wasn't 100% like your thing. Was it your thing? Yeah, it was. Like, that was your act, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage. My apologies. I couldn't remember if it was that or something else. We'll roll one more time.
14!
Hey, fair enough. You're a little rusty. You haven't been doing it. These aren't your dancing shoes. Well, you're not wearing shoes. This isn't like your proper stage. Your clothes aren't too tight. But you're getting there. That style isn't exactly your style, but you're getting it.
My outfit has been destroyed.
Make an investigation check for Lily. Ooh.
21.
Wow, 21. Looking around, she sees the food. The wood
Not food inside
is set up. There's fresh oil on it, as if it could be lit. The fireplace is clean. Appears like it was just freshly cleaned by a chimney sweep. And the brick is solid brickwork. Not much else.
I'm gonna check the bearskin rug. Cause
You're gonna recheck it?
yeah, I'm gonna stick my head in that mouth and see anything in there.
Good. Just because I love the way you say it, you go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay. 14.
Sticking your head
It's
into this
soft.
bear's mouth. It's alive. You get bit. No.
I was gonna say.
Sticking it into its head. All of you can see this. Like, it's quite weird. The horns are kind of piercing through the cheeks a little bit. And if you kind of put it in there, you see a note.
I grab said note and read it.
I'm so glad you put your head in the bear. That was so funny.
I am smaller than everybody else, so I figured I could probably crawl inside of it.
That literally is what the note says.
Oh. Oh no.
That's literally what the note said.
I crawl back out, crumple up the note, and throw it on the floor in frustration.
I'll name this just because I feel like I don't know, this isn't gonna help you guys much, but the door that you've entered in does not have a doorknob, but like the front, you can see why it felt a little bit weird. I believe it was Airman on the front, where the door handle is. You see a gauntlet hand, not it's not like a hand, but like you see everybody knows what a gauntlet is, correct? Okay, you see a steel gauntlet sitting where the door handle is, and that's what you've noticed. What you've turned to enter in. I'll just add that bit because I forgot to throw it in there earlier.
Well, this just became so much simpler.
Right. Like I said, it's not gonna help you. But... in the hand.
Yeah. I'm bored of waiting by the stove.
All right, you go over, you put your hand in the hand, and it shakes your hand. He literally grabs it and shakes, let go, and goes back to being still.
I want to shake its hand.
You put your hand in it, shakes your hand, goes back to being still.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, Cinder's gonna go over and put her hand on it.
Shakes her hand, let's go. Oh wait, does it like put your hand on it, like your just your fingers or your palm?
Yeah, just like putting her hand on it.
Okay, it takes her hand as if it was gonna give it a kiss, and let's go.
I put my
God.
hand into a fist, like a fist bump.
Oh my god.
Fist bump.
How about we try using the hand that has the, stones on it? Maybe that'll work.
Okay, I put my hand with the stone on it into the gauntlet hand.
During all this, Cinder is still dancing, by the way.
Okay. You put your stone into the hand itself, and it doesn't move.
Oh.
Turn it and open the
Somebody
door.
doesn't like the stone.
Are you turning the hand to open the door, Max?
No, I'm just telling her to do it.
Oh, okay.
Just turn and open the door.
She tries to do so.
It slaps your hand. You take 1 point of damage.
I'm so sorry.
Slap to your wrist, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Seriously, Mom never hit.
Emma?
Sure. And she just goes and sits back in front of the stove.
So I've come to the conclusion that this is a living magic house and we're trapped here. Thoughts?
Yeah.
We could try burning the place down.
No.
So I have another idea.
Die in it.
I can burn the place down.
No!
Easily.
In it is not a good idea.
So I have another idea.
Please. With the class, Hermes.
So everybody should touch the mirror. Sorry. Some of us who have the stone should touch the mirror. See, I was told a recipe in my head, and maybe we just have to do what the mirror says. Sort of like a quest to get this key.
You lost me, kinda.
Cinder will stop.
Stone hand touched the mirror. I had a recipe pop into my head. I made a pie, because that was the recipe.
Ding! The pie goes off.
Come to think of it, when I touched the mirror, I felt like dancing, and I wanted to dance.
I love you
And
all.
I did.
I wanted to sleep.
Should we try it again?
I take the pie out the oven and I place it onto the sideboard.
And begins
Sure.
to steam. Looks nice.
Let's try it. Let's try it again. Maybe something. Maybe different. Yeah, let's try it again. And
Sure.
Okay, the three of you go and you touch it. And you all take 1 point of psychic damage.
So anything?
Nothing comes to your mind, just a headache.
So anything?
it wasn't nice this time.
Pyramid, I didn't feel anything. It just hurt.
Same.
Oh, my head!
Also, I
Splitting!
love you, Airman, but did you eat all the pie already?
It's still
Sugar, no, it's still on the side.
And you looked up back there and there's just a crumb left.
We have to do.
Somebody ate my pie.
Yes, the house ate the pie. Miss Hart, go to bed.
Okay. She walks upstairs. Wait, I love you, Corafel. Am I supposed to fall asleep in the bed?
I assume so.
Okay.
Unless you'd rather sleep on the table.
I love you. I think I'm gonna do it upstairs. And she goes up.
And Cinder, keep dancing.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I
Cinder
go back
starts
into the
dancing
kitchen.
again.
I go back into the kitchen to see if there are any more pie recipe ingredients.
You have cherries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and more cinnamon, some powdered sugar with some brown sugar, some butter. So you have.
So I'm gonna make a berry pie.
All right. Does anybody after a few moments? Does anybody go check on Miss Hart?
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter up, you kind of go up the staircase. It goes up and then jets to the left at a 90-degree angle. As you go up, you see her getting into a nightgown. And it's one of those anime moments where she just puts it on as you get up there.
Like, I don't react. It's one of those.
That's fine.
I kind of want Cinder to charge through the mirror. Not gonna lie.
Do whatever you wish, but she's getting ready
You're
for
gonna land on
and-
top of Miss Hart, probably giving her more of a headache. Let's not do that.
And Corfo, she's like, oh, sorry, I love you, but I'm gonna try now. And she goes over.
We need to watch over you so that you're safe.
I love you, Corfo, thank you. She goes and lays down. The moment her head hits the pillow, she's instantly out. Are you running into this mirror full force, Cinder?
No.
Yes.
Okay. You begin to dance and then you just book it. I would like for you to make a con saving throw.
Either you're gonna
17.
break your nose.
You hit it, and like a trampoline, you bounce off of it, fly up into the air, and land onto the couch, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. As you just see,
Oh.
bang! It just boing, fly in the air, flip like a few times like anime style, and bam, around to the couch.
Did you do something stupid in there?
Yes.
It was quite comical, actually.
Make another wisdom check, Ermin.
Eight.
You rush this one a little bit faster. You just want to get it over with. You throw it in the oven. 5 minutes later, ding! You take it out, and it's a freshly berry pie. Does it smell as nice? Like, I think you may have put a little too much cinnamon in there. I mean, you might have thrown a hunk of butter in there too. You're not sure.
There might be an entire apple in there.
And you kind of set it off to the side. Miss Hart wakes up 5 minutes on the dot, and she gets up and she's like, "I love you, Corfell. Did anything happen?" Oh, how long was I out?
5 minutes.
Really? It feels like I've been sleeping for hours.
Did you drink?
No.
And downstairs, Cinder gets up and she's just kind of like, ugh. I let Maximo go through it. How come I couldn't?
Stone. So does anybody else feel like they're in a fairy tale right now? Seriously, think about it. Snow White. She made pies, she danced with the dwarves, she fell asleep because an apple touched her lips.
Who's Snow White?
Fantastic question.
Seriously, fairy tales!
Okay. They're fairy... We're going to use those normal names, but their fairy tales are a thing in my world. Maybe slightly different, but you all know fairy tales.
Yeah, but
Universal thing.
I wasn't raised as a normal child. I was never read
But
fairy
in your
tales.
guild with your two bros, you would have heard fairy tales. That's why I'm giving you that. Not
Alright.
all of them, but you've heard some of them. And they're very terribly told by you-know-who. And the other one had to constantly fix the story after the other one.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yes.
Search the shelves.
At this point, Cinder stopped dancing. She's just standing there going, I don't know, this is weird.
Have you ever baked a pie that you're proud of yet?
So you're saying we should be putting on a play?
Soronas don't bake, we heal, so we craft bombs. Sometimes potions.
Miss Hart and Corfell will come down. Miss Hart, she's gotten back into her normal clothing and whatnot, which apparently has been, when she put it to the side, she put it back on, all the holes have been fixed, the mud has been clean, and it's back to her original quality.
Oh,
So
interesting.
she looks very nice. The hood is
All I'm
down, the length of her
saying
hair.
All I'm saying is that once you touched the stone to the mirror, the house wanted you to bake a pie, you to entertain it, and you to sleep. It feels like someone is trying to live through you. I mean, the house is eating the pies that you leave.
When you say that, I mean, you look behind you, and the pie is eaten, and there's a note left inside.
Probably
She goes over and picks up the note.
Okay, do you read the note?
Sure.
You suck at making pies.
Aspen just
Sorry, I am trying.
Aspen
Soronas
lets out
don't
a
bake!
Aspen lets out a whisper like, that wasn't very nice.
Cinder is gonna look around. Do you like my dancing?
A chandelier falls and crashes.
Seriously, house? So not nice. So maybe try giving us advice. Something to help us help you.
And the hand begins to move and does, like, as if the door was the body, a bow. And then does one of those first finger to thumbs, like, you got this.
Like the okay sign.
Yeah, just.
Gotcha.
Okay, I bow to the door. As like a reply.
So, I'm gonna try this again for a third time.
And I will aid you.
Make a wisdom check with advantage there, Airman.
And Cinder's gonna start trying to dance again.
I will dance with you.
7.
Okay. Cinder, go ahead and make a performance check with advantage, because I'll say Max is kind of helping. Wow.
22.
Natural 19. Okay. You helping? You're not really a baker either, Corfel. As you guys go over there, you find pumpkin. It's like smashed pumpkin and some sugar, and you guys make a pumpkin pie because everyone knows the pumpkin pie is the worst type of pie.
Pecan pie. Pecan.
Or pecan, sure. Well, it's a mixture of pie and pecan. A pumpkin and pecan. That's what it is. Pumpkin pecan pie. The worst type of pie.
That alliteration, though.
Oh yeah, fuck it. I'm using my inspiration now.
Okay, go ahead and roll one more time for your wisdom check. Aramin.
Go on, Emmett.
Advantage or disadvantage?
It's
Oh, no.
straight roll. The
You got
inspiration.
this. You got this.
She's good now.
Oh.
Outwardly feeling comes over you, best Corfel. You're like, nah, throw this away. We could do something better. And with this, you guys instead make a lemon meringue pie.
Ooh.
And you stick it into the oven. It begins to cook. 5 minutes later,
Yummy.
which you have no idea where the ding is coming from, but the oven dings, the fire oven dings. You take it out, and it looks very nice.
Yeah, while we were cooking that, Ahmed would have heard Corfel saying, Varys, help me.
So who's Varys?
He gives her a look, as in like, oh, I didn't realize I said that out loud. And just goes, Autumn.
Sorry. Orphan?
Autumn. The season.
Season of autumn. Okay, I thought you said orphan. Sorry. Still getting the hang of that. So, next pie.
The baker. I need her to help me. Varys! And you can see, like, now just out loud. It's like, come on!
Please, Varys, please help us.
Aspen's just
Such a
looking
good
on
idea.
like,
Sweet blanket. Seriously, help me make a pie. Such a good pie. So much thanks.
As you pray, you open your eyes, and the pie is gone.
Is there a note?
Nope.
Seriously, I do like feedback. Just send me a note.
All of a sudden, you just see a thumbs up from the gauntlet.
While Cinder was dancing with Maxwell, she looks around. Are we better? Is this better?
You dance around, and the bear claws begins to tap to a beat as you're doing it. And then when you stop dancing, it stops.
We need to do them all at the same time.
so
Tom,
does
if you would.
Miss Park have to sleep again?
I think so.
Okay.
I think we have to time it so we're doing it all at the same time. We have a 5-minute window.
Okay.
Let's go.
That is the timer, Corfel.
I love you, Corfel. I'll do my best. I wish the stone would please just come off. Her stone falls out of her hand.
Oh.
Aspen cheers loudly. Just woo!
Cinder sighs and leans against Maxwell and goes, I don't want to dance anymore.
That was really weird. I don't know why I just did that. But, not that I don't love all of you, but the stone was making me say that.
She stopped saying I love you.
Yeah, don't touch that.
So I wish my stone would come off my hand.
The stone falls off.
Oh, thank God.
Wait a minute, come off mine then!
Because you have to ask nicely.
Thank you,
Aspen kind
Alex.
of leans over and kind of gives you like a mock smile.
She pulls away and looks at it. Can you please come off now? Oh my god.
And all you,
So
you realize
had to
what's going on.
switch.
All you literally had to ask was ask nicely for the stone to get off.
Aspen just face palms so hard.
So wait, Miss Hot, you said
Please, I really wish
stone
this would come off, please. And the stone fell off, and I had to say I love you to everybody. What was yours? Why were you so frightful?
I was scared every time someone said the letter S or started with an S.
Oh,
Oh, you could only start with an S, huh?
yeah.
Well, I'm really glad that's over. And on the door itself, you hear clapping from the gauntlet, just smacking the door itself.
Oh my god.
Then we could entertain.
Craziness!
Oh, can we have the key, please?
Middle finger.
I have to say, out of all of this, your taste in mirrors are fantastic.
Thumbs up. Like, I thought that was more of like an A-okay.
E.
Which it goes which from in its hand all of a sudden it appears is an ink quill,
Ooh.
and it begins to write in the air.
Or Harry Potter.
I have no idea. I've never seen Harry Potter, so this is all my doing. I'm Star Wars. I'm sorry. I'm not a magic guy. I'll watch it sooner or later. Anywho, it begins to write. Who's gonna read it for the guests?
I'll read it.
Okay, so this is what begins. As the words begin to write in the air itself in a light blue, like ink in the air, it starts with this.
Welcome to my home. You're not invited, so please do excuse me while I get excited. But I will have to put you through many tests now to see if you're okay to leave and not become a cow.
You see Aspen kind of like cover his horns, like.
Nice
Nope.
rhyming couplets.
And then who would like to read this next part?
Cinder will.
Okay. The hand waves away the words and writes this.
Spend this day and hope it's serenity, or stay eternity here with me. Since the gems are now done and gone, here's the next task, my little fawns. Answer me these riddles, and maybe we'll have some giggles.
Oh, I like riddles.
Okay. So
Aspen's go down.
Wait, are we allowed to confer with group members, or is it literally the first answer out of our mouths?
the hand does not move. And if anything, it shrugs. Like
I'm gonna
hand
take that as
shrug.
we're allowed to confer.
I'm
And
not touching that thing again. I'm
oops,
sorry.
I almost sent you guys the answer.
I'm okay with that. Send us the answers and we'll come up with riddles.
Who's going to be the first person to read the first riddle?
Sure.
Okay, and it begins to wipes away the words and writes up.
At night I come without being fetched. By day I am lost without being stolen. What am I?
The moon?
It sounds like the moon.
Either that or the stars.
At night I come without being fetched. Sounds like the moon. By day I am lost without being stolen. Wait, no, I was gonna say time, but no. I think the moon. Moon sounds good.
I think the moon.
Aspen gives like a shaky thumbs up.
Our answer is the moon.
And it begins to write again. Wipes away that. Who's gonna read this one?
I got this. I have no voice, and yet I speak to you. I tell of all things in the world that people do. I have leaves, but I am not a tree. I have pages, but I'm not a bride or royalty. I have a spine. Hinges. I am not a man or a door. I have told you all. I can tell you more.
Cannot tell you more.
I cannot tell you more.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
Story.
A book.
Hmm.
I have no voice, and yet I speak to you. I tell of all things in the world that people do.
A storybook.
History book, maybe? Maybe just book.
I think maybe just book without being specific is the best answer.
It sounds like a book.
Book. Our answer is book.
And it begins to write again. And it writes, the music and sound effects are created by Kevin McLeod and Tim from Tabletop Audio and IncomeTech.com. Go check them out. They are awesome music people. Thank you for this music. I'm loving the song playing right now, I gotta say. And it wipes away the words.
Casual
Maxwell just turns to everyone else read that.
What was that? I don't understand that.
And it just does an A-OK sign. Like, we're good. Who's reading this one? Someone has a gun.
I've heard of those bugs before.
I'll go.
Okay, Corfel.
You throw away the outside and cook the inside. Then you eat the outside and throw away the inside. What did you eat?
An orange. Right? So you have to peel it, then eat it, but you can't eat like the very stringy, like the inside, the thing.
Some people do. Maybe a coconut?
I'm thinking like anything that's like fruit related.
Well, you have to throw away the outside and then cook the inside, but then you eat the outside and throw away the inside? This is so confusing.
Well, it's like the core of an apple. You eat the outside of the skin and then you throw away the core. You eat the outside, but you throw away the inside.
But you also don't throw away the outside.
I mean, you can peel. You can peel it with a knife if you don't like the skin, I guess.
Is this a pumpkin?
Maybe. Yeah, you throw away the outside, you throw away the skin as a pumpkin, and you cook
But you
the
use
inside. Then you eat the outside, and you throw away the
Seeds in the middle.
seeds. Yeah.
Why would you eat? Why would you eat the outside?
Because that's the flesh of the pumpkin.
Is it a pumpkin?
No, don't. I don't think it is. I just threw that out there.
I don't know. I think it's something fruit related like that, though, like an orange or a pumpkin or apple. I don't know.
DM, what check do I have to do to get a hint with this?
Your real world experience check.
Fuck. So
Hold on.
This is for the players.
Oof.
Hold on.
Well, then immediately Corvo goes and
real
sits
quick,
in a
anybody who
corner.
looks this up, so help me.
I'm not. I'm immediately checking out
Asmid.
because
I'm not
Ellie is
looking it
shit
up.
with riddles, so I'm just gonna sit
Throw away the
Thinking about it.
outside,
I
What
didn't
if
think
it's
to look
not-
it up, but I thought about it.
the inside.
Corn? You throw away the shucks, then you cook it, and then you eat the outside, and then throw it cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
cool.
I
can do that,
guess.
Wait, isn't like corn
Yeah, like on
On
a
the
cob?
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
shuck the outside, then you cook it, then you eat the outside of it because you can't eat the core of the cob.
Corn on the cob, so good.
especially when it's buttery?
Cinder.
Is that
Yeah,
better?
okay, we'll go with that then.
Okay. We're going with that.
This anybody else got a better idea?
I'm sorry, I'm really bad at riddles.
Okay.
Okay, DM doesn't want to help you.
It's okay.
Maxwell, get the door answer.
Okay. Our answer is corn.
And it wipes away the words and continues to write. Who is going to do this one who hasn't spoke yet?
Miss Hart.
That's not me.
Lily, go! Lily, read it!
Yeah, I'm taking away your inspirational point if you have one. Aspen, you take it.
Give it to me. I got you.
Okay, you got me. There you go.
Alright. Oh my god, it's a river. I'm not even... It's a river.
Just trying to give you guys an easy one. And
I still have that written on my pencil pouch that I made for my Ravenclaw cosplay.
well, there you go. The corner of the cob I thought was an easy one too, but apparently that was a little tricky. So, I believe who hasn't gone yet?
Just Aspen just shouts out, "It's a river!"
Well, that's...
I think we all have.
Okay, then Miss Hart will speak this one. The pace? There you go. We can bring you back the dead, make us cry, make us laugh, make us young, is born in an instant, yet lasts a lifetime.
Memories?
I'd say that.
Memories.
I'd say memories.
Yeah, memories.
Either that or a picture.
What's your answer?
Well, question DM. Are cameras like
No, there's no
You
such
know,
thing as a camera.
old
Memories.
film, like... Never mind.
There's no such thing in any way, shape, or thing as a camera, except for if I homebrew a spell that does that.
Okay.
So what's the
Polaroids?
The spell is literally called Polaroid. What's it do? It takes Polaroids.
He takes Polaroid pictures.
I'm making that now. So what's the answer?
Memory.
And it shakes away and begins to, or more like poof 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 poof, against the wall itself, and begins to write again. Who would really like to read this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Not by me, I will not be said, for his name
Hold
is
on.
fear.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
It didn't send all the way through. My apologies.
Okay.
So it's not wrong, but it didn't go all the way.
It's not wrong, but it's
There.
not full.
Okay, wait, what? It's where great is. Here, let me make it simpler. Do it, boom. There you go. Where it starts
Okay.
for me. Sorry about that.
Okay, this makes a bit more sense. Great, you won! And might I add, with great fun, now our time has passed
Oh yeah.
for you. Another task. Not by me, it will not be said, for his name is feared by all and said with dread. I think you're all a keeper, but welcome now, my brother, the Reaper.
And with that, from the center of the room, dark shadows begin to form as from the floorboards itself, this dark figure cloaked in shadow and fog rises out with a great large death scythe. No, it's not Grails for everybody who's watching.
Aw.
A literal death scythe. The face itself is black and you can see nothing but shadow. It looks like one of those ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings as it stands before you in the center.
At that point, Cinder's just gonna kind of cower and back away slightly. What's going on?
Might I say, you and your brother are great hosts. This house is hilarious, and I had a wonderful time.
The shadow head of the fabric slowly turn to you and give you a nod. And all of a sudden,
Thank you for your hospitality.
and then all of a sudden, where is it? A lute appears on the ground.
Oh, what appears?
A lute. A mandolin, a
lute.
lute. Yeah.
Okay.
Next to it, a frog. A living frog croaking.
Froggy!
And next to that, a grand piano. And the creature says, Here is a lute, a frog, and a piano. Don't waste your ammo. As he said, as he fled, play dead, or end it all now in dread. Bless our souls with heavenly words that cannot be heard or said. Now play my song, or now be dead. The words do appear from the door itself, so I will go ahead and post it for everybody to see, because it is written out.
Okay. Great.
There you go.
Can anyone play an instrument?
I can play the lute, actually.
That's the film.
Wait, play dead. So you can't play nothing. Because you have to play dead. Or you have to play the chords D, E, A, D. Yep, bless our souls with heavenly words that cannot be heard or said. Now play my song or now be dead. So we can't play anything. It can't be heard or said, so we have to be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Orbit.
Somebody kill the frog.
It's just
Coming from the light cleric.
I mean, I literally get my short sword and stab the frog.
No! No!
It turns into 2 frogs. Ribbit, ribbit.
What is going on here?
Anybody
Aspen
kill
goes
silence?
and picks both of them up and holds them to his chest, and he kind of looks at you, Carfel, like you stabbed a child.
I give you a shrug, like I care.
Aspen just holds the froggies close to him and is like, "It's okay, I'll protect you."
Make a con save.
Oh no! He doesn't want to help me. 18.
You fall unconscious.
Great!
As Aspen just falls down. You're not unconscious, you're more of like a hell person of where your whole body freezes up.
Great! I'm poisoned.
Not poisoned,
Fantastic.
frozen.
Play dead. I pick up a frog.
Oh, con save. I have a feeling your con's not gonna be great. It's gonna be a natural 20. Yep,
Natural.
you are frozen.
No.
What? So if you hold a frog, you become.
Mr.
Like
just
that?
lays down. I think I'm just gonna play dead. She just and like her tongue's out.
Cinder's gonna lay down too. Yep, let's play dead, guys.
Sure, let's all play dead. Just lie down on the floor.
Max.
But eyes closed, hands like folded over in the death position.
Yep. Same with Cinder.
Maxwell.
Maxwell will put on pull out a dagger, and make a very ornate scene toward death, as he just, instead of stabbing himself, tucks it under his arm. Oh, no, my short life.
Is Shakespeare a thing in this world, Asher?
Equivalency of close, yes.
Psst, Juliet, stop milking the scene.
What?
And Maxwell will play dead.
I want to give you an inspirational point, because that was hilarious, and I love it.
Wait, who gets it?
Maxwell. Because that's pretty good, I like it. And with that, the Reaper begins to melt away into the floorboards. As it dissipates, there's a key in the shape of a spider.
Yoink.
I absolutely love that, everybody. I thought that was great. I'm proud of myself. But, Ermin, with your passive being BS, the mirror is no longer obsidian, but it reflects.
Guys? Dark mirror went clear.
Alrighty.
She's gonna turn to the gauntlet door handle. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Going through the mirror is our exit.
It does the flat hand of like maybe, like a little bit maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's more than a no.
Cinder's gonna get up and try to go through the mirror again.
Are Corfell and I still frozen?
No, you guys are all good and dandy.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna be like, bitch, don't you fucking leave here.
Right, this is the way out. And this is the way out. So Cinder
Okay.
goes towards it.
I go towards it too.
The moment your reflection hits the mirror, Cinder, as you walk in front of the mirror, your reflection shows, but nothing really changes. As you get closer, you stand there for a moment, like there's something else in the mirror itself. But it's kind of difficult to see. You really not see any difference, but there's just something that stops you as you kind of look closer. You're like, there's something there.
What is that? I can't. And she's gonna lean closer.
As you lean in closer. Nope. Give me a second.
Yes,
Running
yes,
being a
yes.
thing.
Being a thing.
As you look in closer, you blink, and the image changes entirely. Mind you, you are able to see this before anybody asks me. You still see you standing there with the non-lit fireplace behind you and the couch. But instead of your bright colored eyes, they are now black, like an endless pool of just eternity or nothingness. Your hair now is jet black and as long as you're down to your ankles, but floating in the air, weightless, just flowing out around you. Your clothing is now loose strips of cloth in grays and blacks floating around you, jetting out differently like they each have their own body or mind of their own. Everything's covered and flowing around you in a constant movement. A shower.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry.
A shadow begins to surround you and come from your body, from your upper body, from your back. A fearsome shadow that radiates from your body in a cloak-like shape from your lower torso up to around your shoulders and up towards your head and arms. Not smothering or hiding your face or your body in any way, shape, or form. Just from behind and above, protecting you from all of your surroundings. A shape of a face appears from the shadow cloud. A face with a cloak surrounding its eyes and upper nose. A stern, slender, and structured face with seamless features, the skin smooth. You see the lips, and from the side, a slight smile begins to appear from the lips. Arms now forming from beside you from the fog, they wrap out in a hug and begin to wrap out from in front of you and around your body until your entire lower body is encased. The face turns from you to the mirror and almost looks at you, though you can still not see its eyes, as the smoke begins to reach towards you, front into the mirror until it consumes it. And the mirror snaps and flickers, and now the same image that was once there is now there again.
And you just see Cinder. All of a sudden, she like flinches and goes,
Sorry, who else saw that?
All of you.
Well,
Your demon friend. Hello.
Aspen just goes over,
And that was all in the
takes her
mirror.
by the arm, and just slowly inches her away from the mirror. Like, come on!
Everything happened in the mirror. If you looked at her body while it was up, nothing was happening. It was all strictly in the mirror.
Oh, no, I'm interested. In front of the mirror.
She's just breathing heavily, like she's scared, like she's going like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Breathe. Just breathe.
As
and you'll
everyone's
figure
kind of
it
freaking out, Corfo, you just go ahead and walk straight up to the door. Not to the door. It's the mirror, yes.
I'm intrigued.
You stand there and you see yourself. There's
Yeah.
nothing in the background. Nothing changes for you. A few moments pass, and you're almost like it's broken, something is wrong. But all of a sudden, you see something else standing as if it was inside of you. Like another shade of you, almost like a mirage. And then another. And another. Until there are 4 of you.
Oh.
They each
That means he's still there.
separate and walk away to the side, and you stand with 4 of you. All looking slightly different, though. One with garbage. I need to message you because I drew a blank.
One with a slightly taller to the 6 foot, green tint of skin, dark brown hair, brown eyes. You'd see.
Just say yes or no to the message.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Go ahead. You can describe if you wish.
You would see a girl, there's quite a few inches shorter, whereas Corfell is 5'10", she's about 5'6". Flowing blonde hair, there's waves that cascades down, slight yellow tinge to the skin and a very bright smile. And then you see another woman, 5'8", with like the auburn brown hair, and she's looking at me. She's looking at Winter Corfell with a warm smile.
And you would notice one of them you would recognize as you see Bessifel standing in the mirror.
Is the blonde one Summer and the redhead Autumn?
Do you answer?
Good try. You've already met Summer.
So there's.
Oh, so is she Winter?
Oh my god. Aspen like.
Gesturing to the silver hair and blue skin.
Yeah, Aspen face palms and goes, that's spring, that's autumn. Bessifel,
Bessifel
you know.
Summer.
Do you know, I'm just too confused.
As
But that
you
means he's
I understand there are 4 of
as
you.
you look and you see Bessifel, they all kind of look towards them and tilt their head. As you look back to the mirror, he's fading.
Aww.
He's see-through. And he looks to you, and a single tear comes down his face. He's not there. He's faded out completely. The rest look to where he once was, and they tilt their head and squint their eyes, like they never saw anybody there to begin with. They turn to you, and look at you. As all of a sudden you feel something as you look down on your physical body. You see all the wounds that you have taken. And in every spot where you took a wound, you are see-through. They have completely faded away. They all look they all look to you and begin to look like they don't know you either and begin to question you. And then, from behind, in the room itself that you can see behind you, you see a woman wearing a light blue dress. I believe she was a brunette, maybe she was a blonde, you have to remind me. And just cleaning out the entire area behind you. The rug, the fireplace, and she's just sweeping and cleaning and dusting. You recognize her instantly.
I turn, is she actually in the room or just in the mirror?
You turn behind you and there's nothing there. When you turn back to the mirror itself, you are only there by yourself with the group around you.
Fuck! And I run to the mirror.
You run to the mirror and you look in and it's just you. And the room behind you.
Okay.
Is everything okay there, Bessie?
Not their
That
name.
Mia. That Mia is playing tricks or something.
No, it's not. It's showing our inner selves. It's showing the demon that's living inside you. It's shown me the lack of summer.
I step over to you, Corfel.
And you can see he's barely keeping it together. Like, there are tears streaming down his face.
I kind of put a hand on your shoulder and pull you into a hug.
Well, that's summer pack.
And Aspen's kind of like running his through your hair. And he's like muttering like sweet nothings, help you calm down, and he's apologizing and just holding you tight and trying to give you some ounce of comfort.
You're the only one that would hear this, Aspen, but he starts to whisper and mutter to himself he's sobbing now. And it's basically along the vein of not again.
Aspen kind of like nuzzles into like the side of his face. You can like hear him like, oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. You're okay.
So chat, you're okay. I'm not. Feed me. Sorry, keep going with a nice moment.
Okay. He's kind of just like, he's holding you tight. And he's trying to get you to the present, not remembering the past. So he's like, you know, brushing his hands through your hair. He's touching your shoulders. He's trying to get you to remember that this is now. That whatever happened, happened, but you're okay. Type thing. If that makes any sense. Like when you're disassociating, like... Never mind.
Why would it show us that, though? Why would it show my friend, as you call him, and then your other personalities? What about the rest of you all? What happens if you look into the mirror?
I'll give it a shot.
Who's going first?
I will.
Yeah, I'm comforting Corfel right now.
So you guys stepping away from the mirror, correct, to let Aramid have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You notice when there's more than one person in the mirror, it shows nothing but the reflection of the room itself.
I'd be quiet, man.
What, me?
You step in front. As you stand there, the background of you begins to flicker. And a city appears behind you as you stand in a very green, grassy field. The city behind you is beautiful, with white sandstone buildings with large domes. You can see church bells almost in every archway of this large city. Great blue, with the bluest water you've ever seen, with rivers flowing throughout the city. The people walking around in rows of what you recognize to be the 5 elements all together. And then walking around you in the reflection, right before all of a sudden you notice, you know this city. It's your city. It's the one you grew up in. And walking around behind you in the reflection from either side of the mirror walls, 7 young girls walk behind you. Appear to be like your
7.
age. Yes. That's what you sent me. Don't you tell me I'm wrong.
I have 6.
You said you had 7.
No.
And I
you said
read your
7.
back, sir. You said there were 7. Okay, I'll
No,
fix it
I didn't
now.
say there were 7.
I
I'm
can
the
read you your
7th of 7.
backstory. Anywho.
The first line is Ella was the 7th daughter of a 7th daughter.
I will stab you later. Anywho, there are 6 young girls around you, 3 on either side. Don't take away your moment. Gosh, this is for you. All of them close resemblance. Mostly same style hair, a few different color, different features. Some tall, some smaller. You recognize them. I'm not going to go into detail, but you've all kind of recognized them. Young girls, appear about anywhere between the ages of 12 to 17. Similar haircut. They're all wearing different robes. In fact, they're all wearing the same robe, actually. And you will know that this is the elements of wood. And the robes are dark green, very earthy, with brown branches of like a tree growing out from the bottom of the robe, growing up around. And in the center of it is a circular pattern with Celtic rings surrounding it. In the center of it's dark gold with a light blue ring in the center around it. They all are smiling around you, happy to see you, though you almost feel warmth coming from them, which is odd. You just feel welcoming from them. And then the sun's shining bright behind you and all of them. You feel the warmth from the sun. And almost from behind, like above you, there's a shadow that overcasts. And it just doesn't shadow overcast you, but you and the entire city. And as you try to look up, you see the top of the mirror itself, forgetting that it's just a reflection. As the light goes out, then with a brief second, the briefest of second, in slow motion, you see a large city-sized rock burning with flames that appear to be from the sun itself. What we would call a meteor. A moment passes, and the city is crumbled beneath the rock as it just sinks it into the ground. A moment passes, and a large shockwave comes flying towards you like a nuclear bomb. Below
Stop.
your sisters. What are you doing?
No, she's
Okay.
just saying stop.
As your sisters get blown up from behind you, some of them don't even get blown, they just instantly get smashed by shrapnel around you. Some get thrown in the air as the dust consumes your vision, or at least the vision of the mirror. A few moments passes, and the dust clears, and where once was a beautiful city is now a crater, with the land surrounding it in a wasteland. Everything gray like a desert. Heat rising from the ground, with not a single resemblance of what a city used to be there. The reflection flickers and returns back to the room.
That doesn't show what's inside us. It shows our. And quite honestly, it's not real.
Cinder is going to pull Armit away and pull her into a hug, and then she takes
No,
her
she's just pushing it away. Just don't. I know that's not real because my sisters will never stand beside me. They will never wear those robes with me. I know that isn't real.
How
So
can
just
you be sure?
don't. Because the day my parents died is the day my sisters turned their back on me. Because I couldn't say goodbye to them. I couldn't give them their last right. I was told I had to stay. I was told I had to learn. I was told I was destined for something greater. And I couldn't even say goodbye to my parents. So my sister turned all of them against me. And I have nothing now to live for other than this quest. That is all I have.
That sounds so sad.
There was one bright spark in it. And he's somewhere out in the world as well, doing his quest.
Cinder's gonna kind of move Airmed aside. Alright. Maxwell, your turn.
Don't forget Aspen still needs to go too.
And get on with it.
Aspen kind of looks up and his eyes are kind of wide and he's like, I'm kind of helping our friend here.
And
No,
she
you
kind of
go. If you're curious, it's fine.
Miss Hart does come over and she has been assisting and she's not saying anything, she's just sitting there next to you, just absorbing the energy, if that makes sense. So it's up to you on anybody who wishes to do this. What's going on?
Max said he was gonna go. So.
You go, Max.
Maxwell standing for the here.
You got quiet, speak louder, my sir.
Maxwell, go. You guys standing for the mirror.
Okay. Give me one moment. As you stand in front of the mirror, as I pull up my notes,
Notes just start falling from the ceilings. Pages upon pages. No!
It's all like you are all in a
break my
game.
fear.
I am controlled by you. And the characters start breaking down mentally.
Actually getting up people's backstories. So
I
it
mean,
doesn't-
they would probably be like, "You're the one controlling me. No wonder my life sucks." Anywho, Max, you look into the mirror. You see a forest, and down the center, you can see a dirt path falling through it. The foliage is green and bright. The trees are pine and many other different brands of trees that I just forgot the name of. Yeah, sure.
Fir, conifer.
Brands of trees.
Brands of trees, everybody. The greenery is great.
Adidas.
And the street, you can see there's kind of like a dome from the trees that make down the street. And you look down and there's a carriage. There's rings in your hands, and for the first time, you see yourself actually sitting in the carriage. Unlike everybody else who've just been standing there, you are actually doing something in this mere reflection. And you're sitting in the carriage with the rings in your hand. The reins, sorry. Driving. You appear to actually be in your late 70s. Your hair is still dark, but silver is mixed in with it. Probably from the help of prestidigitation. Your skin is wrinkled a bit, but it's still fair. Behind you is the car. And you look back into it, and there are miscellaneous instruments and parlor tricks. You ride down this dirt road, feeling the bumps and the rocks and the unsmooth land that is the earth. You drive your wagon into a small town, and you set up just outside the main street. As you attempt to stand up and get off, you're losing your balance as your old age is kind of taking you. It takes you a few times to actually gather it. And finally, you're able to slip down into the mud. Appears like it's rained here, maybe the day before that. The small logged town is quaint, and it looks like it might have just rained, as I say, with the smell of the ozone still in the air. You walk to the side of your covered wagon, and you see a lever. As you kind of stand there next to it, you look out into this small town, and you pull the lever down, and a bunch of pulleys begin to release. The side of the wagon actually begins to drop and open up. And opening from the side, it drops low into a small hovering stage with a banner just above it reading "The Shimmering Scales." It's a very, very old banner. You can see it withering away, the few holes that you've sewn together, and with a very, very bad paint job of you trying to fill it in with the bright, colorful letters again, not staying within the lines. You step onto the stage. It takes you a second with your old bones, and you have like a bit of a... You don't have a cane, but you're still balancing, holding on to the side of the wagon. As you bring up one of those old horns that allow your voice to speak louder, you take a deep breath in. As you're about to blow into it, you see yourself having a large coughing fit. And it takes you a few moments to clear it. And you get into it, and you say something. No sound actually rings out. A moment passes, and then children begin to rush out from the doors of these log cabins and run towards your wagon, running over and sitting down in the mud, not caring, with happy impressions on their face, waiting to see you perform the shimmering scales. Some of the children even brought logs for them to sit on. You can see they're dragging them with all their strength to be able to pull them. Some of them helping each other with a long log, and they sit next to each other. The adults slowly do come out after, standing behind them, waiting to watch. You smile and ready yourself to begin your routine. But instead of your routine, you instead see your troop's leader performance of talking puppets. You step behind this small little gate, and your hands come up with the puppets, the same puppets your troop leader used. And it's strange, that's not your trick. And after that's gone, a few of the kids laugh. You go to a next trick, which is a magic trick, which is something that another one of your troop members used to do, but it wasn't your performance. And then all of a sudden, you take a big swig of alcohol, and you bring a candle like you're ready to blow fire out like your mother used to do, the fire breather. But instead, you mistakenly swallow the alcohol and actually choke and cough out the candle, decide just to move on and forget that trick. It's better to move on with dignity than try again. And then you see something that's all too familiar. An instrument known as a mandolin, with a large scratch in front of it. You remember that used to be Lorenzo's, and you ran into him one day and he fell down and actually cracked it, and you had to fix it. He'll never let you forget that. You finish playing, and now actually looking down the audience, you've noticed there's only a few children left, and they get up to leave. And there's one kid left, and you kind of look down, and you're smiling at him, and he's smiling with you with these great, big, kind of, not white teeth, but dirty teeth, and a wide grin and smile, just enjoying it. And you see an adult from behind give him a wave and a call, and he darts up and leaves, and you notice your audience has left you throughout it. Most of them left in the first of two acts. You're not able to keep them in like you once were able to. As you kind of stand there, the rain begins to come down again on you. You stand there, your head's down. Your clothes are getting soaked through. And your head slowly looks up and looks straight at you. The same eyes, but dulled and going blind. And tears streaking down your face. As he looks dead into you, like you're seeing yourself, what you are, and seeing into your soul. An overwhelming feeling takes over your body. The emotion of being alone. The mirror fades, and you're staying in the room alone once again. The fire behind you.
Everyone would notice as this goes on. While he was watching this, his shoulders aren't as back. He kind of just his demeanor drops as he just continues watching. Tears starting to well up in his eyes. I see he holds a smile on his face, all the way completely through. Before he just drops to his knees. Well, that's an interesting trick. Or mirror.
Don't
Aspen,
look into it. Just don't.
not
It's
what,
unnecessary and not needed.
not what I was going to say. Aspen gets up and kneels beside Max. And he kind of like, his hands are kind of hovering by your shoulders. Like he doesn't know if it's okay to touch you or not. And, like his eyebrows are all the way up into his hairline. His eyes are really big. He's like, I want to comfort you. Yeah.
Max will ask for him to hug.
And I reciprocate and give you a really, really big hug. And I rub my head against yours.
Thank you, Aspen.
Of course. And he hugs you tighter. And like rubs his hand up and down your back. Like a soothing rhythm.
I step back into the center of the circle. Like, I make sure I'm the only one there, and I step back.
Be careful. Oh.
I want to see if this is a theory. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if it does.
What are you doing?
I'm making sure no one else is stood in range of the mirror, and I'm standing back in front of it.
You're just gonna hurt yourself more. Don't. You've gone through enough pain. It's okay.
I need.
Besafel, Corfel, I need to... What are you wanting?
To see an image of her again.
And the space behind you is empty.
Nothing happens, or just the space is empty?
The space is empty, nothing's changing.
So it is a one-time thing.
Sorry. Max, can you stand?
but he's just gonna stand up. Thank you, Aspen.
Yeah, of course. Kind of looks up at you, and you can see his hands are still kind of like in that position where, like, if you start falling, like, he would try to catch you. He's still hovering. He's kind of being like a mother hen. He's worried about everyone else.
Cinder is kind of looking at the mirror.
Talk a little louder. For the
Sorry.
audience, thank you.
Cinder was looking at the mirror that Corafel is in front of, and she's
Corfel's not
curious.
in front of the mirror right now. Only Maxwell and Aspen are. Corfel went to the opposite side.
No,
Okay.
I went to the sun from.
Oh yeah, you went back. I'm sorry. Continue. My apologies.
She walks forward and kind of stands next to Corafel, and she looks in the mirror.
Yeah, you would see that he is clutching onto something at the end of a very delicate silver chain.
What do you think this is supposed to have done?
It's either showed us our worst fears, the things we think are true about ourselves, or the actual truth of what's inside ourselves.
Well, I mean, unless Max is a lot older than he really is, I don't think it shows what's inside us. I think it's showing us what we regret, what we feel bad about, what we're scared of. Something like that.
What could be showing us the possible future of what we're going to become?
It couldn't have been my possible future.
I didn't ask for something to take over me like that. I don't even know what it came from. The way I turned,
It's
I
not
almost
you. It's not any of us. It's not in future, it's not in our past, not now. Leave it.
How do you know? How can you just simply say, this is what the mirror shows us and nothing is gonna happen? You don't know that!
I know for a fact mine's never gonna be real.
But mine can't. I know for a fact I'm gonna get older.
We're all gonna get older. That's the thing with time.
Yes.
Everybody gets old. Those are the things guaranteed in life. Things are guaranteed in life is the fact that we are born, we live, and we die. That's guaranteed. Let's just get out of here. We got the key. Let's just go.
That's everybody.
go-
Nope. Good.
Go to
Cinder's
the
just
mirror.
kind of touching her hair, remembering she had black hair.
And Corfel, what are you doing?
Going up to the mirror, I point at it, and I say to the mirror, "They're not done." And then I go towards the door.
You make a perception check, Corfel.
Oh yeah, the thing that I'm so good at.
Yup, don't fail this.
Damn it. 18.
Would you like this to be a whisper?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead to the whisper room. Alright. I mean, the audience is still with us, but
Hey, audience.
you, as you say that and you begin to turn and walk away, you just hear like a chuckle from like an elderly man.
Okay.
Husp spunk.
Okay.
That's it.
That immediately makes me feel better. Okay.
You can go back to the general.
Well, my heart can take it.
Okay. So, Gorfel begins to. Gorfel, you're heading towards the door. Is everybody else?
You
Okay.
would all see him pause, as if he's listening to something, and as soon as he's done, you see that his whole demeanor brightens.
Yay! Happy Corpo!
And he tucks away the chain under his shirt and armor and continues walking towards the door with a bit more of like a purposeful stride.
Okay.
Hey, boy.
Is the rest of the group following? Airman, Cinder, Max.
Before Cinder goes, Cinder's looking in the mirror and just kind of touching it.
It's smooth to the touch.
I'm just leaving. I'm not even looking at it.
And she just kind of says, "It's not my future. I hope she's right." And then she turns and leaves.
Okay. You all head towards the door, and the glove's there waiting for you. Just sitting there, like, waiting out for a handshake. And, I need Aspen to come to the whisper room.
Alrighty.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, before you go, Miss Hart goes in front of it. But you don't
Oh,
realize
no.
it. The moment you realize that she's in front of it, you just see what looks like to be the ending. It's a dark, it looks like a dark castle or cathedral, something with large ceilings, stone room, and there's a gentleman in front of her, and she's in this as well. Like, you can see her, and unlike standing here, but like her there, gentleman, a tall gentleman, double her height, about 6-7 feet tall, long gray silver hair, tan skin, pointed ears like hers, but very short. As he looks down on her, and there's a rapier in her hand piercing through his heart. As she is lunged and stabbed him, as blood trickles down, the red wraps around her hands, being trickled down her arm, and you can see she's sad in her eyes but stern. As all of a sudden, coming rushing in from the balcony next to the side windows, a wave of undead zombies just rush and crumpling over each other. Her limbs are falling off and things are flying in the air as they just engulf both of them. And she turns before it ends and walks away as it ends instantly. You see, or is he doing anything?
I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and kind of give her a concerned look. Are you alright?
And she just looks at you and smiles like, I'm gonna be great. It's okay. I just need to double check something.
Okay. Kind of like his hand kind of slides off her shoulder.
And she
And he-
leaves. Oh,
It's okay.
go.
He kind of just like keeps an eye on her, like, are you really okay?
And she just
type, like-
walks off. You really don't get to. You don't really get to tell.
Gotcha. Okay.
As she leaves, your image is instantly alone. You look in the reflection, nothing changes. In fact, it takes you a minute, but then you actually notice something that has changed. I need to change the music for you, though.
Okay.
There you go. Look behind. And the fire's actually lit. and it's warm and it's cozy in the small little log cabin. From either side, 2 human figures actually come walking around, joyful. And they join in front of the fire and they look into it. You can see like the one was male and his arms wrapped around her. You see longish black hair that lays on his shoulders, kind of curly at the ends, broad shoulders with a long sword at his hip, wearing leather shoulder armor and greaves with a tan cotton shirt. The other, a woman with long brown hair that's pulled back into a ponytail and tied, wearing green cotton clothing and a leather chest plate. A few inches shorter than the man, though they stand together. They actually turn inward and look behind them, and they look at you. As you see Kestrel and Mavis. They smile to you and like wave and you're like, come join. And Mavis gets on her knees and like puts her arms out for like, come on, give me a hug. It's like one of those big large tackle hugs. As Kestrel's like, come on, and you can see him waving like, get over here, like he's also wanting kind of a hug. And their arms just wide open, wait for that great big hug that you remember. And they're smiling. It's so good to see them. It's just like, yes.
I love them.
And then the light flickers and the fire goes out. And you see you see a pair of eyes glowing red in the background. From behind, all of a sudden, from the shadows, leaping out, jumps onto Kestrel, force him to the ground, and arm comes up and hits Mavis as she goes flying out of view of the mirror.
No.
Everything, you can't see anything but the red fire smoking in the couch as all of a sudden a spray of red flies into the air. And a head comes up. A man with jet black hair, cut short with one side buzzed. You recognize this man as from that night.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this kid.
He looks to you, he has light pale skin and the red glowing eyes. As he smiles, 2 fangs bared with blood dripping from them. As his lower jaw is covered in blood and his hands with blood and cotton sleeves. He darts off from out of view. Mavis comes rushing over, holding her left arm, kind of limping. She falls to her knees. And they both kind of disappear. And then all of a sudden you see her lift up Kestrel into her arms. She begins to cry as his body's limp.
No.
She pushes her face into him. You can feel the tears coming from her. As a hand actually slowly rises from Kestrel. And he puts his hand up to her forehead and like brushes her hair out of her face to help with the tears. She pulls back and looks at him. She's smiling. He's alive. And with a flash, his head swings down to her neck. Her eyes widen with fear, and her body drops limp.
No.
Kestrel drops her and looks to you, blood-soaked mouth and 2 fangs. He throws her body against the wall behind as you hear the bones break and splatter blood against the wall. He stumbles onto the couch, jumps on it, and then leaps out you in a flash.
No.
Your reflection is back to normal, and you see the lit back room behind you.
Oh shit, dude.
I'm gonna bring you back to the general room.
Okay.
Air is on, and it's just
Okay.
not helping.
You all notice Miss Hart comes, and like a moment later, you realize Aspen's not here. And you look behind, and he's staring something into the mirror. What's your this be towards the end, Aspen? What's your face? What's your reaction?
My face is completely pale. And just this look of absolute horror is on his face. And he starts to slowly step back and just starts, no! And falls back, like straight onto his back. And you can see his head hit the floor. And he tries to crawl backwards and it just stops. And dead stares into the mirror. And you see tears slowly come into his eyes. but they don't.
Aspen!
I told you not to look.
Alright, my turn. I go over to Aspen and just kind of pick him up.
As soon as you touch him, you see him flinch away and look at you. You've never seen him look like this. His eyes are dilated so far, and you can just see he's terrified. He's just staring straight past you. He's not looking at you. Just
Alright then.
seeing past you.
Time for a reality check, and I just put a hand on your knee. Aspen, this is Corfell. This touch is also Corfell. Let's bring you back to this reality, shall we?
You see him look a little confused and blink a little bit. And he stops shaking. And he looks up at you.
Focus on my voice. Here we go.
And as soon as he realizes it's you, his face goes completely neutral. And he stops shaking. And he kind of like, I'm fine. Thank you.
Pretend. We can talk about it later if you want. Come on. Let's get us all out of there.
He gives a nod. And he's still a little distant. Still very quiet, and you can see he's looking everywhere. He's very paranoid. But he tries to keep it on the down low. He doesn't like people worrying about him.
Well, let's get out of here before this mirror pisses off anyone else, especially me. I want to get far away from this town, far away from here, and I want to go back to the surface where we belong and get out of this shithole.
Princess, did your parents teach you to use that kind of language?
My parents didn't teach me shit, so I can say it for her.
No, and they'd probably be very angry to hear such language coming from me. I apologize.
No need to apologize, dear. It was a friendly jab.
So what's going
And Cinder's gonna try walking towards the door to leave.
on? Okay, you hit the door. There's no door handle, but a gauntlet hand.
She's gonna touch the gauntlet hand and try to turn it to get it to open.
It slaps her hand and take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
Can you please open the door?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What the?
The magic house. The lenders of the crystals.
And the door is open. And that once extremely bright light that was blind to you has faded. And it's just a nice light that kind of shines around you. And you can see the pool of water surrounding the small island and the rowboat sitting out there waiting for you. You guys,
Cinder's gonna leave.
you guys begin to walk out to it. It's the loose ground, the sandy beach. And you guys get in the rowboat and you begin to row. I'm assuming Aspen is doing it. You all left here, experienced something different. You worked together to solve some puzzles. Who has the spider key? I believe Ermid went and grabbed it.
Yes.
Okay. And you guys begin to row. And you see this small little cabin, looking plain and insignificant, sitting there on this island. And yet many wonder, why is that there? How is it here? And what might it be used for? And you guys reach shore. And that portal that you guys once went through that disappeared it's there again, that black hole.
Before we go through this, anybody have any idea on how we're gonna get in contact with this weekend?
Well, I'm guessing we don't have our disguises anymore.
Nope. That was an hour, and you've been here for quite a long time.
I'm pretty sure they'll be able to find us. And I kind of gestured to the fact that we look like ourselves.
Alright.
Alright. You all follow one by one into the sewer system of the city. And you find yourself back into that darkness that you all once had, with that greenish fog that kind of, when it lights off the surroundings, into a dark purple. And you begin to crawl through it. Aspen, just a heads up, the audio is coming back through your microphone.
Sorry.
You're good, just letting you know. As you guys begin to go down into this tunnel. Where are you guys heading? What are you guys doing? You heading back to that room? What are you doing?
I think we'll go past that.
And that's a long ways away. And not through the tunnel system.
But we don't know where else to go there.
I just want to know where you're going and how you're going. It's up to you guys. It's what you're doing.
Should we wait here? Rosa?
Do we have any way of contacting them?
I could send Lily out, but she doesn't know the city.
I mean, she traveled with you. Oh no, she didn't. She only got to the
No.
first half. Oh no, on the sewer.
She came in from whenever we were at the boat.
Yeah, you're right.
Walk as far as we can, take a rest in the sewers. Or this tunnel system, or wherever we are.
I mean, are we gonna get lost? We only went through part of the sewer system.
But I don't think any of us have a way of navigating, and I don't know what other option we have.
Okay.
Unless you have one idea.
Anybody?
I mean, you cut out for me, so I don't.
You cut out.
Yeah, I didn't hear
It
it.
probably
So
it would probably be best if they notice the day.
you're breaking up as well, Aramid.
God damn it!
There you go.
Watch your
They're
language,
probably-
you're a cleric.
I said God, I never said my God.
Never specified it could be.
No, it'd be best for us to remain here. I mean, they'll have known the spells weren't off by now, so they'll probably come looking. Best for us to lay low.
I don't want to stay here at all.
Well, then we'll move a little bit further away, or use sewers or something. But we can't go back into town. Unless, you want to become a slave and get your eyes ripped out of your head.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't understand.
She's just looking deadpan. Just, there's no emotion, it's just deadpan. Like, she's sick of everything at the minute, she's just stopped, she's put herself on pause.
The more we stay here, the more our minds become twisted and our feelings are tested and our emotions are played with.
There's a funny thing, that's what life does to you.
No. No, this place is completely different from anything. We're all in danger here anyway. We gotta get moving.
Now, where do you propose we go then, Princess?
And at that point, Cinder just turns and snaps at her and goes, "What is your problem? You looked in the mirror just like all of us. Sure, it was not a happy ending, but you don't have to have that attitude. We have to get moving. We can't stay here. You want us to lay low? Do you think another one of us can cast a drow spell on us? Can you do it? Can Corfell do it? Can I do it?
I said I could.
Perhaps Aspen? Maybe Maxwell? Is that what you're looking for? No, because it's not going to happen.
Are you done?
Yes, if you lighten up.
Well, I'm not going to lighten up. I'm a life cleric, not a light.
Either way. Pull yourself together and get with the program. We can't stay here.
We're better off staying here than we are storming the frickin' town. At least here, we can rest up, we can take turns to watch, we can heal ourselves, we can get our magic back up.
Maxwell, did the members of this guild see you?
What was that? Be quiet.
Did the members of your guild see your pet?
No, but they have dogs.
I was thinking if you sent her out into the city, then they would see it and know that we were back. But if they didn't see her, then it wouldn't matter either way.
You give her a message to send out. The thing is, she doesn't know what they look like either.
This is what we're gonna do. you're all gonna stay here, and I'm gonna get up on the street, and I'm gonna find them, and I'll bring them back. All right? Okay. And she begins to walk towards and go towards the opening, towards the ladder.
Miss Hart,
No.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna take care of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Taking care of the problem.
Miss Hot, look at yourself. Do you honestly think you're going to take care of it just like that?
Well, it's better than arguing around with your friends. At
Well, in
least
that
this.
case, I'm coming with you.
She looks around, just like, it seems that when someone else says something stupid that's not in your friend or your party, it seems that you all seem to fess up and pay attention. I did not mean no offense, but I was getting tired of hearing all you beg. Yes, we saw some really crazy things back there, but as everyone said, we have no idea what it is, so until then, why sulk about it, why worry about it, and just take it in, learn from it, move on. That's what I've learned, and that's what I've done, and you've been taking care of me, so it's my time to take care of you.
Well, if it makes anyone feel better about what we saw in the mirror, I heard the mirror laugh at me, so we know it's an evil entity and is causing us harm. Don't take anything it said or showed you for actual information. Miss Hart, we going to the surface?
Yes. And from further down the tunnel, you have a spider. She goes, "Oh my gosh, if they don't kill you, I will." And coming out from the darkness around the corner, you see, kind of bending down, walking in that same drow male that you saw earlier. It's like, I could hear you from a mile away. Bloody hell, why have you not died yet?
Is that
We're
a
too
threat?
stubborn.
We're pretty lucky.
We're also very, very stubborn.
Miss High Elf, nothing I say or do is a threat. It is what it is, and you may take it however you wish. Now stop being so threatened by my kind.
Yeah, seriously, you need to learn to chill out.
I have held no ill will towards you, and yet I constantly get insults from you, so I recommend that you contain yourself and your fear of me.
Fear? I'm not scared of you.
And yes, you hide beneath our streets a fear of all the me that are up above.
Because I know the history of my elven kind against yours. I
You-
know how you act.
So, who actually is the one who got to write this history? Because history is written by the victim.
Meanwhile,
Shut up, Ahmad.
we have your key.
Airmed.
Wonderful. If I may see the key to confirm it, please.
It's a key, it's got a spider on it.
And he just holds out his hand.
She kind of like high fives it.
Aspen kind of shakes his head, like pinches the bridge of his head.
Look, that key is our only bargaining tool. Take us where we want to go, and then we'll give you the
Allow me to at least see the key then, if you're so worried about our deal.
Before he finishes this sentence, she just holds up the key. 3, 2, 1. And then it goes back in her backpack. You saw it?
He looks at you, Aspen, like, I wish it was only you.
And Aspen kind of gives him a sympathetic look.
You will never be welcomed among us, so I do not understand why you welcomed them yourself.
And he kind of just like shrugs his shoulders.
I wonder what's...
They're nice people when you get to know them.
And Mavis and Kestrel believe this too to be true.
And he kind of like
Well,
clenches.
considering
back.
Kestrel a lot when he was very, very sick.
He's ignoring you entirely, and he's just looking at Aspen.
Aspen kind of like flinches back, and he doesn't really say anything. He kind of just puts his head down.
Explain yourself this instant as a high god.
And you see his shoulders kind of start to...
If you
Sorry.
No, go. It's hard to tell when I can't see people's faces to when to talk.
Sorry.
Scared?
He kind of like looks up, and you can see he's trying not to cry, and he's trying to hold himself up and try to make it seem that he isn't as bothered as he actually is. We were on another mission, and everything was going out fine. We intercepted the carriage, and everyone was distracted, and it was going according to plan, and it was fine. But this was different. And you see his eyes, like, go unfocused. We weren't dealing with anything normal. And you see him, like, kind of, like, bite his lip and take a deep breath. This thing wasn't human. And he injured Kestrel, and he bit him, and you can see him like choking up on his tears, but he's still trying to be professional in standing straight and trying to be calm.
As you're attempting this, and the first time you've noticed, this elvish gentleman walks over, and well, not walks, but kind of crawls over and puts a hand on his shoulder, and his straight, strong, structured face softens, and he just looks and he puts a hand on it and just goes, "Speak. You are all right. You are among friends of the High God."
I'm sorry, I couldn't do anything.
What bit him?
Vampire.
Yeah, he had red eyes, and he lunged at us, and we tried to fight, but I don't know what happened to everyone else, but Kestrel, Mavis, and we fled as fast as we could, and we ended up at the inn, and where I met the rest of my group, and we were trying to help him, and this giant thing came, and I don't know where they are, and they could be dead. I don't know. And you just see his composure break. And he's just like, his ears are flat, and his tail is curled up around his stomach, and he's just sobbing. I tried to help, and I couldn't do anything.
I want you to listen. And he kind of looks and he raises your chin. Are Mavis and Kestrel dead? And you see he turns up a bit, like he needs a straight answer.
I didn't see anybody.
Then with your best judgment, are they dead?
I think they're
You broke up there, what?
I think they're alive. they're too strong to cave in. I just hope they're okay. I hope they're okay.
I will send that to the higher-ups then. Thank you for the information. And I'm sorry for your loss.
Aspen, through his tears, and you see him put his hand over his heart again, give a small bow, even though he's shaking and crying. He's still trying to be respectful and presentable.
Never mind that now. You have done well enough, you and your friends. Alright, well, I believe it's time that you all are able to rest. You've done a lot, and we'll begin again tomorrow. Does that sound fair to all of you?
Yes, sir.
That is fair to me.
Then shall we be off? And he turns around and begins to go through the tunnels.
I'll start following.
Aspen wipes his face off and kind of takes a deep breath and squares his shoulders and starts walking after him. But you see his head is still kind of down. He's embarrassed that he lost his cool.
I follow, and without saying anything, I just put a hand on Aspen's shoulder and give it a squeeze as I walk by.
I put my hand on top of yours and reciprocate with a squeeze. Thank you.
You guys begin to walk down the tunnels, and they get smaller and smaller. Sometimes you have to get on your hands and knees. Other times there's a bunch of bends, Ys, multiple tunnels. You go left, right, straight, a little bit slight right down the Y. You guys do this for about 2 hours. It's a very, very complicated tunnel system, but he seems to know it very well. As you begin to travel left, right, and then finally you come this long hallway and it opens up a little bit. And he walks over and is like, if I may ask all of you to turn around, please.
Alrighty.
Does everybody do so, or is anybody sneaking a peek?
I'm gonna have Lily turn invisible. Watch for me.
Okay.
Cinder's sneaking a peek.
I'm following orders.
Okay. For those who are going to, I would say don't worry about Lily. She's invisible. Have her make a perception check. Cinder, make a stealth check. And anybody else who's sneaking a peek, stealth.
Oh shit. Well, I failed.
Okay.
I got a 1.
Okay. Anime got a 10, and okay. Cinder, when you turn around, like you go to turn around, and then you make your head over to the left, like you're waiting to peek, and he's standing there right behind you. Please look the other way, I ask kindly.
And she just kind of just makes a small sound and turns the other way.
Aramid, he kind of looks to you and gives you the same nod. Are you looking the other way?
I only turned because I
understand, but trust must be made.
Alright, fine. She'll face you away.
Because Lily will transfer this information to you. He goes over to one of the bricks, and he actually begins to slide 2 bricks. One goes up, one goes down, slides them into each other, turns them 30 degrees opposite of each other, slides them together, and the door opens up as the bricks grind, and you all open. It's like, and if you all please follow me. And he walks
I'll
down,
follow him.
and you guys begin to enter in. And you walk down the tunnel, there's stairs, and you hear the rushing of water. And when you get to the bottom, there's a small stream going through, and you can see now that there's like a pool of water that's been flowing down here, like a small little river or stream. You walk down.
Stay clear of the water. Stay clear of the water.
Anything that's worth worrying about doesn't come from here, and we have things to help you with your sickness. Do not worry. And he just trumps through the water.
No.
And
Sick.
you all follow, and it opens up to this alcove about 30 by 30. You can see there's a bunch of tables with different maps, and some with like weapons and swords, spears, daggers. Another one with a bunch of different vials. A bar off to the far left side. You can see there's drinks, food. Quite a few different drow here. I'd say about 6 drow, 2 which are female, are talking over one of these tables filled with a bunch of different vials. The other 4 are male, sitting around a table eating food slowly. As you enter in, they all look, squint their eyes all over you, and when seeing the one in front, he kind of gives them a nod, and they go back to what they're doing. He walks in, and he goes, "Alright, I will give you a door. It'll be a single room, as there's many of you. I hope that you understand. You will spend the night. Whenever you awake for your morning, we will have the rest of the information for you to finish the job you started, and then we can assist you in getting to the surface."
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Do not wander about. If you get hungry, head to the bar. Do not go anywhere else. Please do not try anything funny, and you will be undisturbed until it is time for you to come out. I will find the lady of the house, and she will come and finish giving you your orders. You will complete them, and then we will move forward in assisting you into going to the surface. Does that sound understandable to everybody?
Crystal.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
And with that, Corfell leaves for the bar.
Alright. He gives a nod and he heads over to the table with the 2 women. Is there anything anybody wishes to do before taking a long rest?
Who staying? Like, how many do we have?
You have 1 room.
Oh, duh. Sorry, I'm dumb.
That's okay. You have 1 single room. You have not been into it. He's just pointed towards the door.
Gotcha. Never mind. My questions are relevant.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm making sure the key is in my bag.
You pull your bag, and you look in, the key is still there.
Right.
Anything else anybody wishes to do?
Nope.
Eat and then trance.
Okay, yeah. You're given food. It looks like slugs from the Underdark. Very gray, very hardy, but you can see, like, when cut open live, it's very fatty. Almost like a steak that's mostly fat, but there's a good bit of protein. You eat it. Very chewy, like squid. You're given some water, and you all make it into the room. It is a room filled with 3 beds, a dresser, and a cabinet, and that is it.
Yeah,
Singles or doubles?
Singles.
I assume the lotus on the floor and trance.
Alright.
Wants.
What's up? You broke up.
Who wants a bed?
I'm okay with anything.
Well,
Cinder is gonna go sit against the wall and start trancing.
who are the 2 smallest of us here? Is it Aspen and I?
Yeah, Aspen just raises his hand.
Right, Aspen will top and tail. Alright, you can have that bed. Max, like, and Abera bed, and then I believe Cinder and Besafel, you two just trance?
We're already gone.
Yeah, they're just already like hum in the corner.
Well, there you
God.
go. Miss Hart, take the bed in the middle.
All right.
That way then you have protection.
Thank you, everybody. I do appreciate today. That was good work from everybody.
Can't believe I made
Aspen kind of-
fucking pies.
Aspen gives a nervous smile.
Airmid,
What?
I'm sorry I stabbed you.
No, I asked for it. Literally.
Thank you for saying that, because I was going to say it if you didn't.
Sorry, I stabbed you.
And if there's nothing anybody else wishes to do or say it now or forever hold your peace. I stole that from Corfell, and I don't care.
I'm hiding the key in my sock.
Okay. Anybody else?
Just going to bed.
Alright. And with that, sleep takes you. And that's where we're going to end tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight's fantastic series of FAF.
Yeah!
I love it. But that was really fun. I hope you all enjoyed that. I had a great time. As I said and mentioned before, please go check out the music of Kevin McLeod at IncomeTech.com and Tim from TabletopAudio.com. They make awesome sound effects and music. They were fantastic. Thanks again for making royalty-free music, guys. You guys were fantastic. Love you all. Thank you for the audience who are here for the whole time. Thank you for being here. Share this with your friends. Like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notifications button. And if nobody else has anything else to say, I will say, let light shine bright and keep smiling. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.